Hello all, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your lunar eclipse messages. This is going to be a pretty big deal. First of all, it's a full moon in Pisces, but also because we are at the eclipse gateway. There are two gateways with eclipses every year. We had one in March and April, so there's always a lunar eclipse and then a solar eclipse. And now the second gateway opens up with a lunar eclipse that we're going to talk about today in Pisces. That's going to be happening on September 17th or 18th, depending on where you are in the world. You can check out the timing online if you're interested. But essentially what it means for the Eastern Standard Time, New York zone, it's going to be peaking around 11 p.m. on the 17th of September. But what's important is that this gateway, the main reason that we pay so much attention to the eclipses is because they bring massive shift and transformation of energy. And of course, that could mean so many different things, and that very much depends on the sign the eclipses are in, the type of eclipse, and of course on a personal natal chart of a specific person, right? So what will be activated or change completely. But we can all agree, and this is a collective reading, so take only what resonates for you. Today we're going to go through every zodiac sign, starting with Virgo, because we are in Virgo season, and we'll get some messages. We'll get an oracle message and we'll get tarot message for what this lunar eclipse is bringing into your life, what to pay attention to, what changes are going to be happening for you. This is like unlocking a portal, unlocking a door. You know, like maybe right now you're standing by the door energetically, and on the 17th, it's almost like whether you like it or not, the door is gonna open and you're gonna be taken through the door to what's on the other side. And also mind that the eclipse gateway is 2 weeks long, because that's the amount of time that we have between the lunar eclipse and then the solar eclipse that will happen on October 5th. So, 2nd, October 2nd. So it's not like a one-off event. It's not like it's just gonna happen to you in a matter of minutes just because that's when the eclipse is happening. No, but this is unlocking the door. So this is gonna be eclipse in Pisces. So definitely it's a time for, first of all, releasing and relieving yourself from anything excessive, anything that's been a burden, that's been hard on you, that's been pulling on your energy, but not really giving you anything positive, right? And like I was saying, it's more a tower moment thing where if you don't let it go yourself, it's going to be taken from you. We have some free will here, some choices, right? And that's why we're doing this reading. So you can also see what to pay attention to and where you can collaborate with the universe on these changes and at least make it easier on yourself, you know. At the end, I'll do a quick reading for the collective on what this eclipse is bringing in for us. So you can consider this a double reading for the full moon and also for the eclipse. And if you think about this event from the full moon perspective, then of course, as always, full moon illuminates feelings and emotions that we've been keeping hidden, that have been unpermissible for one reason or another. And even though during the eclipse that full moon will be covered up for some time, first of all, it's not it's not full eclipse, it's not total eclipse. So the moon will never be fully covered anyway, right? But will be a partial eclipse. And even during the eclipse, when part of the moon is going to be covered up, I have my moon model here, by the way. So part of it is going to be covered up, so it's not going to be as bright. But this will be almost like a flash moment where you can go within and you can get those downloads, those messages from your heart. That's when you can really hear from your higher self things that normally you probably don't want to hear or you don't pay attention to, or you have some kind of explanation why you're not listening, right? Maybe you've been busy, you've been running around, or you've burned yourself out at work or something. So you come home and you pass out. You don't really have the energy even to hear, right? This is that golden opportunity. So like I said, we're starting with Virgo and we'll go all around. There will be a timestamp, so you can check it below, either in the comment or the description. And please check for your sun, moon, and ascendant sign. I would say if you're choosing just one, choose the moon in this case, because we are talking about the moon. But, you know, for different reasons that I don't want to go into right now, because this is not an astrology educational reading, but sun sign and rising sign are also very important. And it's what you can do is hear all three, take some notes, and then put together a common message out of the three of those that will be more comprehensive for you. With that said, let's start with Virgo. So Virgo, your oracle card, I'm using the Keepers of the Light deck, by the way. So we're gonna hear from the Ascendant Masters today. You've got the Kuan Yin from China. Care and compassion. Choose to be love. Do what is right for everyone involved. Offer a helping hand. Yes, so Virgo is very well known for healing powers, for paying attention to detail, building healthy lifestyle, wellness practices, self-care, all these things. So there is somebody around you who really can benefit from this knowledge and from your support in that area. Show care and compassion. Okay, let's see what we have for Virgo. I'll get 3 cards for each of us. Let's see, we've got, sorry guys, a little bit of a kerfuffle with the cards. We got the Hermit, which is Virgo, 3 of Swords and 2 of Wands. So like that, actually 2, 3, and then 9. Yeah, so there's definitely something that you need to heal for yourself, Virgo. That's what I see for you. So right now there is a big choice that you have to make on where you go next. Maybe it's about choosing your occupation and where you want to major next, right? Maybe there is a chance for you to do something completely different from what you're used to. For some people, it could be relocating to a new area, and you're really considering, because it's not so black and white, it's not so obvious, like, of course I'm moving, like, not even thinking about it. No, you are thinking about it, right? And it's causing some sadness and some heartache. Of course, for some, it could be connected with actually parting with some person, right? Breaking off some relationship if you're taking a specific choice. For others, it's a generic sadness, and that's the emotion to connect to and to sit with it, to heal it. Sadness because you're letting go of some past dream, right? Maybe you were settled on that dream, you had a plan, right? It's not so easy to just say, to give it up and go somewhere else. It's almost like you're abandoning that dream of yours, right? Maybe abandoning that part of yourself. So it's important in terms of, if you want to phrase it in terms of the inner child work, to connect to your inner child and talk to them about it and spend time together and soothe them, right? So this is on you, and you have all the powers that you need with this Hermit card, because this is who you are. This is what you're good at. Okay, I will be shuffling the tarot deck for each message, just because we definitely want all of the tarot cards available for each sign. Okay, now we have Libra. Libra, your oracle message. Bridget, inner strength. Bridget came to us from Ireland. Move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have the power. Yeah, Bridget is also known for working with the violet flame. Doesn't look very violet in this picture, but it is that. It is also about healing, right? So we keep seeing this pattern already. This is about reclaiming your strengths and ability to heal yourself. I'm hearing, not relying on other people to help you fix your problem or achieve what you want to achieve, or literally heal, right? So this is for you to be able to find that wholeness for yourself. There's nobody else who can do it better than you, Libra. recognize that you have the power. Okay, so your cards. Let's see. Wow, 10 of Cups, the Hierophant, and Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful cards. You see how much beauty and love is on the horizon for you. Hierophant is a Taurus card. You could be dealing with a Taurus at this time, but it's also a card of commitment, commitment to sharing knowledge, sharing wisdom, especially in this deck, right? So there's something new that's coming into your life, this Ace of Pentacles, and I love all this special effect lighting here, you know, like a little bit of a dramatic effect here. But it is a new opportunity that's coming in that will bring you a lot of happiness, possibly in your love life, but also could be just with you and your surrounding if you are single at the moment, or not looking for anyone. All right, but it's also connected with you seeing yourself as this leader, as the master teacher. I don't know what your occupation is and how would that sound for it, but that's essentially the meaning of it, right? So this is committing yourself to being the leader, to showing the way for other people, and that will bring lots of abundance for you if you decide to go that way. Okay, so that was Libra. Next we're gonna go to Scorpio. I'll just pick the cards, or we'll watch the cards fly. Why not? It's gonna be easier. So Scorpio, your card is Lady Nada. Heart awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. And you see this flower around her heart center. So this is heart chakra awakening or cleansing, right? Activation, like a deeper activation. Not to say that it's not active, but this is a deeper activation. You may be feeling, I'm hearing for you, you may be, well, Scorpios are known for feeling deeply in general. And during the full moon, it can be exaggerated, of course, right? And with this card, I clearly hear the message that you can be feeling certain things connected to love on a much deeper level, in a different way too. Doesn't have to be just about romantic love, by the way. It could be friends, family, colleagues, but somebody who you let into your heart, who has a place there and who you connected with on that trust and close level. Let's see what we have for Scorpios. I'll do this reshuffle. All right. We got Four of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and Seven of Swords. Yeah, so this is definitely, you're going to be uncovering some kind of secret or a lie somebody has been telling, or even the lie you've been telling yourself, right? I'm hearing for a lot of you, this is about stopping telling yourself the story that keeps you small, that keeps you satisfied. Everything is fine, right? It's working for you. Your mantra, whatever it is working for you. But it's keeping you away from growing and from showing up in your greatness, right? And obviously it has to do with the heart chakra awakening. But if you see that this awakening is actually making you uncomfortable in certain areas of your life, right? Like it doesn't match anymore. Maybe your friend group or some hobbies or lifestyle or your full-time occupation. It is for a reason. And this is for you to see where previously you've been kind of hiding yourself from the world. You've been limiting yourself either to fit in or to keep other people happy or keep them from being unhappy or something along those lines. I'm getting for Scorpio. Okay, next we have Sagittarius. Your oracle message is Gaia, Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet. Come back to Earth. Stay grounded. Yeah, it's a very interesting energy for Sagittarius to explore because they're not the most grounded type, generally speaking, right? So this is like exploring something new, I would say, and how important it is to ground yourself. Let's see what we have. I'll do the three shuffles. Let's see what we have for Sagittarius here. Four of Cups. The Strength, could be dealing with a Leo. And Six of Swords. Yeah, so definitely this is about putting behind you sulkiness and maybe being petty about, or, you know, throwing a tantrum about something that didn't work out before. Things didn't go according to the plan, something along those lines, right? You're expecting a certain outcome and it turned out to be something completely different, right? So it's time to leave this behind, to find closure, to let this go, right? And move to something beautiful, right? And I like that the Six of Swords in this deck is actually this flight, the dirigible, I think it is. Or maybe it's a kind of a plane, who knows? But it's an adventure, right? You are preparing for an adventure, essentially. It will take courage from you to even agree to it, right? I mean, imagine flying on this thing. Imagine yourself today going back in time and flying on this thing. Like, that's the offer. Are you gonna go? It's that kind of day. And Sagittarius usually is quite adventurous and enthusiastic and motivated. Right? But there is something here that definitely takes you, first of all, outside of your comfort zone, and also is challenging your previous plans and dreams and wants and needs, right? So this is almost like a test to see how are you going to make this decision in this time and why. Like, what would be your reason behind it, right? Because the energy doesn't lie. You can, of course, pretend, you can tell a story to yourself, to somebody else, but the higher power and the spirit is gonna know what's really going on. Okay, next we have Capricorn. Your oracle message is from Serapis Bay. Ascension. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. How beautiful is that? In this case, it will be the moonlight. And by the way, feel free to work with the moon energy. This is full moon in Pisces, so it's connected to water element. So you can actually do rituals connected with water, especially if you have access to a body of water somewhere close to you. Whether it's a river, a lake, a sea, an ocean, a pond, right? You can have some fun with that, right? And think cleansing and releasing what doesn't serve you anymore, so you can ascend. So we have Ace of Swords, the Hanged Man. This is Sagittarius card. No, it's not. It's Pisces, actually. And Two of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful. So you will definitely see the truth once you see a different perspective of the matter at hand. Whatever is your question, whatever is bothering you these days, you will definitely see a different perspective of it, and you'll see what it really meant or means, right? It could be a past event that brought a lot of hardship or disappointment, and this is you seeing now what really went on, why it was a blessing in disguise, and being able to leave it in the past, right? This is also about having new hope in finding a soulmate or reuniting with a soulmate, I'm hearing for some, or really building a strong connection with a soulmate that you've already met, depending on where you are in your relationship. And this connection will cause ascension for the both of you. So both of you will grow and expand through this beautiful connection. We have Kundalini here. We have Yin and Yang as well, right? I will be doing an episode of my show Mindfully Awaken around Yin and Yang and how we complement each other and how this all works beautifully in a romantic relationship, because this is not about gender, but in terms of energies, there are always two opposites. So yeah, the episode is gonna air sometime in the coming weeks. Subscribe to the channel not to miss it. I have a dedicated playlist for this, but in the meantime, really almost like step aside from where you were, from the situation, seeing the situation from the center of it, from the midst of it, right? And to be able to see, to zoom out and see it from the neutral position. Or for some, a good idea would be to turn to somebody neutral who can give you their perspective, of course. Okay, next we're gonna go to Aquarius. Your message is from Master Jesus, and it's about forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father healing is possible at this time. Beautiful. Right? So we all know that forgiveness is also part of letting go and healing the past. I would say it's a mandatory part of finding closure and releasing past pain, suffering, whatever was uncomfortable, fearful, painful for any one of us, right? And whether you need to forgive somebody else who hurt your feelings, or you need to forgive yourself, or maybe both. A lot of times it is both, right? This is what you're invited to do at this time. And of course, if you resonate with the topic of the father wounding, father relationship, then this is also a big opportunity to bring in peace and healing to that. And you can always, by the way, ask questions. If you're not sure either how to do it, or, you know, what is this about, or how can I heal my relationship with my father, right? Or the wound that I have there. You can ask your guides, you can ask in your prayer, whatever higher power you believe in. Ask for help. As for your tarot, you have Justice, the Devil, and the Emperor. Oh my God, talking about huge transformations. These are all major arcanas, which means that there's definitely a divine plan unfolding for you with big changes. And again, a double confirmation for the father relationship. The Emperor card is one of the interpretations of the Emperor card is about father or figure of authority. And of course, the point is that we model our behavior with a lot of other people based on our relationship with our parents, right? And when it comes to father, this could then get us to model the relationship with our superiors in a similar way. And that could literally be our boss. That could be the religion, right? Because, you know, we often treat our parents and our father specifically as God, right? It could have to do with those social roles and with the way that we build relationships as adults. It also has Devil and Justice here, so it's also doing some karma rebalancing. And since we started talking about fathers, if that resonates for you, there will be some kind of karmic closure, this karmic cycle coming to closure, which of course doesn't have to do necessarily with your father. Maybe you're thinking right now, well, I haven't been in touch with my father for 10 years, so I don't think that's it. First of all, if something is unhealed, it will stay with you. Second of all, since it's impacting the way you build relationships, then maybe it's going to manifest itself as a relationship you have, let's say, with your romantic partner, or even with a friend. One of you is masculine, right? Like, maybe if they're a masculine, right? Because that would be like mapping a relationship with another masculine. It could even be with a coach or a mentor, somebody you find more wise or somehow superior or older, right? So it can be a completely different relationship on the surface, but the wound that you have with the father will still speak out to that relationship. So it is important. In terms of the zodiac signs, we have Aries, Capricorn, and Libra here. You could be dealing with one of those at this time, or they could be that energy could be magnified for you to see the lesson, right, and shift your energy. This is a big opportunity to change your life like 180 degrees, Aquarius. Next we have Pisces. Holy Amethyst, the divine alchemy. Move beyond current challenges. Focus on what you desire. And since this lunar eclipse is in Pisces, then of course for Pisceans, if you have a strong placement of Pisces, this will be especially powerful. And this is the energy you can connect to, almost like to amplify whatever your needs and desires are. Amethyst is also protection energy. So if you feel like you need protection for something at this time, there's also extra opportunity for you to call on the guides and find that protection with their help, right? If you use crystals, then working with amethyst will be beneficial at this time. Okay, let's see what we have for Pisces. All right, got something already. I think it's the moon actually, which by the way is a Piscean energy. Yes, we have the moon, 5 of cups and 9 of cups. So essentially this full moon, which is Pisces, I know it's a little bit on the nose, right? Especially since it's actually full moon. This full moon is going to help you move from 5 of cups to 9 of cups. 5 of cups is a card of regret, sadness, and loss. And this is exactly what we're supposed to, first of all, embrace. It's a little counterintuitive, but that's how we can then move on from it. We can leave it in the past and then turn it into 9 of cups, into your wish fulfillment. And yeah, for some of you, it will mean that you're mourning, letting go of some wish you had before, because you realize at this point that for one or another reason, it's not what you're looking for, and it's not in alignment with divine plan, right? So even though maybe your ego really wants for this to come true, and you've justified it for yourself before, but it's time to leave it behind and focus on something more valuable for your life, whatever it is. It may not be obvious, and you don't have to answer that question for yourself right away. Like, you don't need to have that new dream figured out in order to let go the past situation, right? Maybe you won't even see what that is until you let go of the past, right? Because you need to create that space to let in new energy, right? So don't overthink it, but focus on, first of all, protection, and also what those inner needs and desires are. Aries, your message is from Diana: focused intention. Think about what you desire. I heard it somewhere before. Set your sights high. Expect the best possible outcome. It's very important to have the deep faith that everything is going to turn out in the best possible way. If we don't have that kind of faith, that means that energetically we're still pushing away the dream. Okay, so Aries, for you we have Knight of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. You could be dealing with Taurus. Yeah, but very important part is to be able to, this is a student card, right? And this is about putting in the work. So at this time, you may want to, well, it says focused intention in your oracle message, right? To put your intention into something and really put your work in, right? Intention is about taking steps. It's about showing the universe that you really want that particular something, right? You're really focused on it. Not even want, maybe not the right word, but you're really focused on it, right? You want to bring it about and you're serious about your intention. And this is basically a teacher card, especially in this deck. And so important part, or a side note, is to find the right teacher for this. Whoever is guiding you, because this is a person who is excited, but they don't necessarily have a lot of experience or understanding how to move forward with their idea. So you may need to call onto somebody who's a subject matter expert, who has more experience, who has maybe the connections to help you out with that, until you reach the time when you are confident that you can be that subject matter expert, and then you can carry on without them. Very interesting. Okay, Taurus, drum roll, message from Krishna, and it's about devotion. So now we travel to India. Diana, I think, was from ancient Rome, the goddess of the war, of hunting, sorry. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. So you already shown the work. You've already proven that you are a worthy one, right? This is about continuing the journey. Devotion is about consistency. It's not about, okay, I got something out of it, right? Or I've been doing this, I don't know, ritual for 2 weeks, and now I feel like that's enough, right? No, this is keeping consistent with your faith, with your goals, with your commitment to people close to you, whatever it is, whatever nice goals you've already set up for yourself. This is about continuing with it and trusting that the spirit is guiding you wherever your higher power is. Could be the universe is guiding you in the right direction. For your tarot reading, we have Queen of Swords, 10 of Cups, and 3 of Wands. Yeah, so definitely this is the set intentions, but it's very interesting in this deck. There is a fog there, so it's almost like when the message is going to come through or further guidance, it may not be super obvious. You'll need to pay attention to notice it, you know, like this guy is watching for those lights in the distance for the ships to come in, right? And there's definitely a lot of promise here in the future, right? For somebody to connect with someone who is, it could be an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, right? Or it could be just somebody who is very passionate about the truth and being straightforward, right? So it's going to be somebody very honest that you're going to connect. It could be a romantic partner, or this could be two different stories, right? But it's also about either regaining or finding a new level of happiness, emotional fulfillment with somebody close to you. For the most of you, it will be a romantic relationship, right? For others, it could be also with a close friend, right? But this is the goodness. These are going to be the blessings and the rewards that you're getting for doing this kind of job, you know, when you're just like looking into the distance and trying, maybe staring even like and piercing it and trying to see what's out there or when the ships are coming in, not to miss them. It takes effort, yes, and the ships may not come in on the first day, obviously. So the story of this guy is that he's coming there every day, you know, weeks and weeks on end. But it's worth it, because one of the days that ship is gonna come in and it's gonna be full of treasure. And maybe your special person will be on that ship as well, who knows. Okay, nice story for Taurus. Let's continue with Gemini. Joanne of Arc, Voice of Truth. Beautiful Joanne from France. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. So for Gemini, and it's actually very telling because Gemini is about communication. It's almost like the most precious thing to Gemini, truth and communication, and truthful communication. So this is the time where you may be challenged, where you may feel like for some reason you're not really allowed to speak your truth. It's very important that you stand up for yourself, and you do. You are the voice of truth, so stand strong and focus on your purpose, right? Purpose helps us reassure ourselves that we're in the right, and you know, we have that place and that power to speak our truth. It matters, it's important, and it has to be said. There's nobody better than Gemini to say it, I would add for myself. Okay, so your tarot message. The Sun, the Hanged Man, and the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, the happiest card in the deck for you, Gemini, right? These are energies of Pisces and Leo. You could be dealing with one of those, but it's also about rediscovering joy and fun during this time, right? It's also about reframing your situation, whatever it is. If you felt like a victim, which Joanne of Arc also had a history with, you know, not to judge anyone, right? But that was part of her story, right? She took one for the team, so to speak. It's a true story of victimhood and martyrship. So if that's for some reason how you see yourself, at least in the current situation, right? You are supposed to reframe it for yourself. So you understand how much it empowers you and how much more healing and happiness it can bring to you and to people around you, people that you care about, right? It's also the time that can move you towards a bigger recognition and success in public, right? As somebody who's made it happen, who's influential, who's made a fortune, right? Sky's the limit. So do not think that whatever this big thing is that you're working through, and this could be a very internal healing process actually, it's all very powerful and has a direct connection with how you're presented to the world, how people see you, and what recognition you will get for it, right? These are major arcana, so definitely divine is working their way through you during this time. Next, we have Cancer. We're almost done. We have Cancer and Leo, and then I'll do a quick reading for everyone. So, Cancer, for you, we have a message from Cernunnos, the life force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased, right? This is like an Ace of Wands energy. The power, the drive, working with sacral chakra could be very beneficial during this time for Cancer. It's interesting because to me, this is always associated with a fiery energy, and Cancer is a water sign, so very interesting juxtaposition there. Let's see what we have for Cancer. 5 of Swords, Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups. Yeah, that's more like Cancer with the cups. Oh my God. So you may find during this time that you've been betrayed, or you've been told a lie, or maybe you were telling a lie to yourself. You were believing in someone, had so much trust in them, and they actually didn't deserve it. And you'll see that situation showing up, right? That's the illumination from the full moon. But you're asked to show love in this situation, right? And we talked about forgiveness a little bit, right? But that's how you find closure too. You show compassion and you find your peace, right? And again, for this, I actually did a very useful episode on Friday about on the Mindfully Awake. This episode is already on the playlist on this channel with the same name. It's about letting go, both towards the past and towards the future. I really recommend it for you, Cancer, right? Because if you're struggling especially to forgive in that particular situation, right? Because finding this peace and creating space and connecting to your heart center is going to be very important to bring in this new source of empathy and movement forward, right? This is almost like where you're igniting others with your love. With your thirst for love and life generally, right? Like you're gonna be an inspiration yourself, and that's where you're supposed to embrace that power, that drive, where it's a thin line between the creative pursuits and the sexual energy, right? So take it however it resonates for you. Both of those are important because they're both originating from the sacral chakra, from the healthy and active sacral chakra. Okay, last but not least, Leo. Your message is from faith, humanity, and benevolence. I like how much blue we have today, and it all matches my blue outfit. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. And it seems easy, but sometimes we are tested in a way where we don't necessarily see that light, right? Where our heart is hurting, and it's like, this is the last thing I'm thinking about right now, the light of the world, the light in the world, right? But what I'm hearing for you, Leo, is if you're struggling with your own inner pain at this time, it will help if you get out of yourself and you help someone else and you support them, right? And it's not even about the distraction and not thinking about it. It's more like it's still gonna kind of shake up your heart center, your heart chakra, and it will help you connect with it, and it will definitely help you heal yourself from what is it that you've been through, and however you could have lost your faith in love, in yourself, in people, whatever it is. Let's get a message from Tarot for Leo. Yeah, we have 5 of Wands, 6 of Swords, and 8 of Swords. There's definitely been some self-sabotaging, and it's not completely uncalled for. There's been people around you that have fired you up in a bad meaning of it, you know, that have triggered some old wounding or lack of self-esteem that you've had, and maybe you thought you worked through, but now you're seeing more gaps and more opportunities to have more healing there, right? That's what it is really. But it takes maturity to see it in the situation when you're being triggered and somebody punches you in the heart directly, right? But again, on the other side of it, when you find that grounding, that balance, that inner peace, you're gonna see amazing things from a new height. I like this flight here in Six of Swords, right? You'll be able to reach a new height that you've never reached before, and you will see the world in a very different light, and it will be so reassuring, and you'll see that unconditional love from the universe for yourself. Okay, we finished with the signs now. Let's see what we have for the collective. We'll get a reading for what this eclipse means for the love life, for the career and workspace, and then, well, I guess that's going to be it this time. So we'll get a 6-card reading. The message for the collective is from Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. And again, there is a flower in the heart center. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you, right? That's why we're doing the release of old energies during the eclipse, so we can have access to this new power, this new inspiration, and deeper ability to give and receive love. Both of them are capacities, abilities, and skills. Just gonna reiterate it. It doesn't necessarily magically happen correctly, right? It's a skill that we're supposed to learn, or at least unlearn the unhealthy way of doing it. Okay, let's see what we have here. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. Yes, lots of truth is going to be coming out. Not all of it is going to be comfortable, but it's up to you then to see how you want to handle it. In your love life, we have 6 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, and the Fool. So there may be some hopes to bring more of balance and equal give and take into the connection. But the trick to it is not to overthink and, decide on a plan, on a strategy, like how am I gonna get it out of my person to give me more time and attention, or for them to stop bothering me so much and letting me make my own decisions in life, whatever it is, right? Instead, the answer is in letting it fly, letting it go with the flow. I'm not saying do nothing, but in the moment, that's where we are supposed to connect to heart and see how to respond with love, so that it's still lighthearted, right? And you can, I know it sounds a little ambitious, but you can have a conversation on any topic in life at all in a lighthearted way. It doesn't mean that it's gonna go easy, but it's possible. And sometimes it's the best way to get to the bottom of a situation or to get the results that we want, especially if you've been feeling like your person is not giving you as much as you give them, or the other way around. They have anxious attachment style and they wouldn't leave you alone, right? Like, the balance to it is in that heart space and bringing balance and peace to it for both of you. In the workspace, we have Page of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, and the High Priestess. High Priestess is another Pisces energy. So for some of you, you could be starting something new in terms of the spiritual land. It doesn't have to be a full-time occupation, but it could be a new hobby, a new kind of practice, some kind of new knowledge that you're gaining during this time. And it's trusted because it's going to be a really important baseline, important foundation for the next phase in your life, right? It's going to be part of that turning force that's going to change your life. For others, it's more of embracing your own inner knowing and trusting your intuition more. So you're not just always looking out for somebody else to, like this person is about to go on stage, right? When you're on stage and you forget your words, you're like looking to someone who's supposed to help you out and remember them, right? So have some kind of a prompt. So instead of looking for somebody else to give you the prompt or to help you out to know what to do next, this is for you to embrace your own decisions in your own power, in how you want your life to go. Okay, I hope this was useful for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. And until next time.